Ooh, that took me out, my kids out, it affected, my household, definitely, my son and my youngest, well, my only son and my youngest daughter, they are still experiencing trauma, from that,
Yeah.
going through, my son right now, he's incarcerated. He had a long battle, or still he's battling with, drug addiction, and he has mental health problems as well. So, if mental health and drug addiction is not a great mix,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you have to take medication, things of that nature. So, I that's been an ongoing battle that we've been dealing with. It's hard, being a single mother. My son is 26 now, I believe. Yeah, 26. 27 actually, he's 27, and he's been in and out, from a
Mm-hmm.
kid. It all started, he threw a rock in a window one day at school, and I still think it is. It still hurts me because instead of the school taking my child and saying, "Hey, let's go to counseling," their first thing was juvenile hall. It wasn't even, let's help this child, that he
Mm.
just lost his father, he's the only guy in the house, you know what I'm saying? Um, just dealing with that, I just pray he gets out this year. I just pray that, this time will be the right time where he, get it together and, get back acclimated to society. I'm here for him,
Mm-hmm.
any way I can as a mother, and whatnot. But yeah, that was a hard loss for my children. I mean, even for I still deal, and go through. Even though I moved on, I'm in another relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
because gotta live life. Mama gotta have a life too. You know
Hello.
what I mean?
Hello.
But it's very very traumatizing to lose someone who who you were very close to in
Yeah.
that such a way. So
Building a life with.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How many
So
years ago was this?
it's been, I want to say, 15 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay. And when you said about the school should have been talking about your son about like, hey, let's give you counseling. It immediately reminded me of talking to Vonia Quarles, shout out to her, about
hmm
the school to prison pipeline.
hmm
They're like, their intention wasn't to
no,
they're like, oh well, I see this young black man, whatever. He's probably a troublemaker anyway.
yep,
That's
just get
probably his
rid of them.
mindset,
Yeah.
you know. And it reminds me of something else I saw, which was it was a clip of a judge and he was golfing and he was saying, "Oh, Tyrone, yeah, you're gonna do X amount of time. Oh, but Billy, boys will be boys."
Yeah. Right. 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 Right.
Which I thought was very interesting. This is a
Yeah.
judge
Yeah.
saying this on the golf course, right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
very
It's
interesting.
still how it is. It's still the same. And it's sad. I just so I and because my son, he was homeless. He was out there, he was sleeping in the streets. Because he was on that. He never wanted to be around me in that
Okay.
situation. So he leave, type of a thing. And I'm literally driving in the morning, looking for my, taking him food, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
hey, come get your stuff to, this, that, and the other. But, I know at the end of the day, I can't want more for his life than he want for his own life. And that was the hardest thing that I had to come to grips with. It's like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, I just, when I see young men, I just have a heart for young men, you know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
of that situation, especially a young black man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So when I'm rolling down these San Bernardino streets and I just see, sometimes I just start crying because it's just like, my son, my son, my son, you know what I mean?
Like
It's
you see
just,
your son in
I
them.
see my son, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's like, I don't want that for him, but what can you do if when you
Yeah.
do all you can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So